Hi, I'm Borkon. Glad to have you here. Welcome back. And we forgot to do something in the last episode. I completely forgot that this machine contains a lot of lava, so it's not safe. We need to make it safe. And you know how it goes. We need this guy to make it safe. Oh, yeah. It should be simple enough. With just probably, yeah, this is a good spot here. First sign that makes it safe, and I guess, oh yeah, here's a good, nice flat surface. Bam. And the machine is now completely, perfectly safe. But of course, making the machine safe is not everything we're doing today. Today is the day that 118 came out. Well, not when you're watching, but when I'm recording this, 118 just came out. And I'm gonna upgrade. Yes, I think I'm gonna upgrade, but we need to do some preparation first. So let's just go through the steps I'm gonna take to prepare this world for an upgrade to 118 and do the upgrade. And the first thing that everybody is suggesting I do before upgrading to 118 is to trim my chunks. And the tool to use is apparently the MCA selector, so I can just take a backup or just a save of my world, right? And remove all the chunks that are not particularly necessary and that I want to generate with new terrain. So the middle here we will definitely not remove, right? Here is the submarine, it's actually enormous. My base is right here. This is the glowing farm, so we can't remove that. Here we have the wool blimp, the kelp farm, the map area. Can't remove any of those things, of course. What is this? Oh, this is probably the drowned farm. It kind of looks... Yes, this is definitely the drowned farm, which means that the squid farm should be somewhere in this area. Yeah, right here we have the squid farm. I'm pretty sure this is the squid farm. Yes, this looks like the tunnel that is accessing the squid farm, so of course we can't remove stuff in this area. I'm pretty sure I don't want to remove the neighboring regions either. Here we have the pumpkin farm and the neverwort farm. Definitely can't touch anything here. What do we have down here? I don't remember if I ever built anything in this area. That looks like a village, so no. Oh, yes, this is the raid farm. Definitely can't touch this. I know that there should be a pillager outpost here in the... over there. That's the pillager outpost, and I can even see my portal up there. And I think, yeah, I went through the Never Roof to get to this village, I remember, to kidnap villagers for the raid farm. And yeah, I guess there's a portal here, maybe, something like that. But I guess we could remove this. And if we continue down here, yes, this is my old mining desert. And I definitely want to leave that, the big blob of just sand that I have been returning to the desert. There is still more that we would need to cover here and also here. And a lot of damage here. I see my beacon here. So none of this can be removed. I kind of want to keep the history, and I kind of also want to keep it connected to the rest. These bits are not connected. That's kind of weird. But I know I went through the Never Roof to get there. And here we definitely have the redstone factory. Shouldn't probably touch any of this. I guess something like that I could remove, but let's leave it. Let's exercise the biome blending. So I don't really want to remove anything from there. And here we should have the flower area in the cactus farm. Yeah, and we can see the efficient water layout from up here. And I guess the only stuff that I could remove is up here, because this was just exploration and I literally didn't build anything in here. But you know what? It would be so little, it would change so little that I don't think I'm gonna bother. I don't think I'm just gonna skip using this tool to trim my chunks. My chunks are fine. I have explored a little bit of the world, but a lot of it is completely unexplored. It's not far from my base. What coordinates are we here? Oh, it's around 0, right? This is 0, 0, more or less. And we are just 2,500 blocks from completely new 118 terrain if I go in this direction. And here, even less, 2,200 blocks from new terrain. I'm fine with this. We don't need to trim anything with this tool, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's nice to actually see a little bit of an overview of my world. And I might actually make some maps from this somehow. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Anyway, I'm completely happy with how the world is. Maybe this bit could use some trimming, but doesn't matter. We're gonna leave it as it is. And the next step is to load this world in Creative, and yes, we are in 1.18 with shaders and actually with the carpet mod, because, well, fabric mods are very often updated really early, so this is just a backup copy of my world that I loaded in my local client, and we can just poke around and see what happens. This is now 1.18. I can show you up there, up to left corner of the screen, it just says Minecraft 1.18. And Java 17, we have Sodium, we have Iris. Let's turn off the shaders because they are unnecessary. And let's see if anything is broken in here. I am in Creative, of course. So, the first question is, does autocrafting work? I have Carpet and Carpet Extra. Okay, autocrafting is not broken, so that is working fine. Next question is probably, and I don't want it to be night when I'm experimenting. So let's just set it to noon and disable the daylight cycle. It doesn't matter. This is just a throwaway copy that I'm not gonna use for anything in the future. So this is just to see if anything is broken. So I need to go in here, and I guess it's set to sand and just turn it on. Unfortunately, I don't have Tweakaroo, so we need to look like this. It's a little bit noisy. Yeah, sand generation works too. This is the old sand generator. It still works. I should probably replace it with a better one someday. But now we know that this works as well. So, the next question is, did the mob switch break? That's also a good question. I see that I have 141 loaded hostile mobs, so my zombie villagers seem to be working fine. I don't like... Oh yeah, the mob switch is enabled, so if I disable it, we should probably see nothing changing right now, of course. If I just move 1,000 blocks in some direction, then the mob cap should be at 0. It's not. Nothing is loading. Oh no, what's going on? Where are we? Who am I? And what am I doing here? Yeah, the mob cap has recovered, so the zombie villagers are not loaded. So let's go back where we just were. Turn on the mob switch, and let's see if the mob cap stays at 141. Because now it's at 142, actually. Interesting. So let's teleport to where we were just a minute ago, and 141. So the mob switch works. That's good news. All right. What is the next thing that we need to test? I guess let's see if the moss farm works, but I don't see any reason why it would stop working. No, that's not particularly interesting. I am more interested in how the terrain looks below ground, because new caves should have generated. And yeah, well, oh, there's a lot of stuff that is not lit up. It's not supposed to be lit up, right? We are in a mushroom island, so it shouldn't matter, but how... Ooh, that's a neat cave. I can actually do something interesting here. Wow, this looks nice. This looks like a massive, massive pain for world eaters, though, because we have a lava aquifer. Well, it's not an aquifer because it's lava and not water. Next to an aquifer, so lava lake next to an aquifer. Oh, this could be a problem, though. But we're not going to be world eating right now, so that's fine. We still have the old lava generation at this level, which I suppose is around level 10. Yeah, this is Y level 10, and we have the old lava generation here. And then it's actually slightly less lava in Y18 than 117. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. But okay, we have the caves here. They have generated just like expected. And I am expecting... I had exposed bedrock. Right here, I know in this shaft I had exposed bedrock. And yeah, the exposed bedrock has now converted into deep slate. So everything has worked as announced. Okay, so that works. I will need to check if my chunk loader still works, but I don't really have a good test for it right now. I'll have to think about it later. But I don't expect the chunk loading to be broken. Oh, and we can say that the iron farm behind us is working as well, so that's good. Right, let's go to the area which I'm fearing the most, and I still don't know what to do. And I'm of course talking about the redstone factory. And the first question is, does the Never Wood farm work? And just look at that, it doesn't. But the reason why it doesn't has nothing to do with 118. I actually know that this happened, I just didn't mention it earlier. It broke completely, and it's not my fault, it's not a design issue. It's nothing wrong. Well, the only wrong thing with Minecraft is unloading. And the reason why it blew itself up was because I had a power outage at home. Yes, for some reason, the power in my area goes out, well, once every few months, and it's very, very annoying because they built a new transformer station and it's not working properly. So this area blew itself up because I was AFKing here and I lost power to the server. That kind of sucks. But we will test this eventually. This is actually not the thing that worries me the most. What worries me the most is, well, this used to be a completely spawn-proof perimeter. The big issue right here is, if we look at the mob cap, it is completely full. This area is supposed to be spawn-proof. It isn't. Of course it isn't, because new caves have generated just right below us. Look at this. Just look at this. There's skeletons in here, another skeleton there. I'm seeing creepers, and yeah, I don't know what to do about it. There are multiple ways I could kind of solve it, and I had multiple ideas how to do it. I could just say I did it all legitimately and update to the snapshot that only generated the deep slate below us, and then update to 118. I could say, oh, I didn't use any commands to fix this, or didn't use any external tools. That would be kind of legitimate, and I'm just watching this stupid glow squid here spawning in my water streams. I don't think it matters other than causing lag, but it's silly. They broke my glow squid farm. By the way, yeah, the glow squid farm is completely broken, because my glow squid farm was built in an ocean monument, and that's too high up in the world, because glow squid only generate below Y level 30. Because reasons, I don't know. Mojang thought that my farm was too fun and wanted to destroy those. Nobody at Mojang knew that my farm existed, so they didn't care, because they didn't even know that they would have to care. But yeah, I don't have a voice in the technical community, they don't listen to me, so my glow squid farm is dead, kaput, game over, can never be used again. Anyway, I'm a little bit bitter about it, yes, but what was I talking about? Yes, I was talking about the caves below here. I could do it legitimately, kind of. Update to the snapshot that just generated the deep slate below us, and then update to 118 and say, yeah, everything is fine. But I don't think everything is fine. I don't know if I can rescue this area, to be honest. And there are multiple reasons. You know what? I'm actually going to test it. I'm not going to speculate, because I was about to speculate about how this thing got destroyed. I do believe that my witch farms are pretty much dead, but I am going to measure it. What we are going to do, like I said, this is never going to end up on Borkaland, so don't worry about this. I'm just adding the wool to do measurements with hotbar counters from the carpet mod. And there are two more farms that I want to test here. I want to test this farm over here, which should be that block. I kind of ruined it. It doesn't matter. This is never going to get used again. So let's add a different kind of wool here. So this will be the hopper counter for the gunpowder farm, because I think it has been ruined too, but we'll notice. And there is one more farm that I want to measure. I want to measure the slime farm, because I'm pretty sure it has been ruined too. Lime is probably appropriate for slime. There we go. Lime as in slime. And now I am going to enable all these farms, which I don't actually remember how I was supposed to do it. guess I just put down a torch here and it should turn it on. Yep. How are we going to enable this? This should be as simple. Oh, wait. It has already enabled itself. Let's see with spectator. Yeah, we only have the cat here, but it's dark. But the problem is I need to fill in the entire area below us with something that isn't caves. So let's just fill it. It doesn't really matter. Fill and go to the other corner, and we're gonna fill down, well, to just minus 64 with, I guess, deep slate, because it doesn't matter. I just want to fill the caves to pretend that this area is spawn-proof, and I want to measure the performance of the farms to see if it's even worth rescuing this area, because it actually might not be worth it to rescue this area. That's the test we're gonna do now. This is gonna hurt. This is taking a while. This is gonna take a while. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to run the farms for maybe an hour and see what rates we get in 118. And then I'm just gonna take this world... Oh, we killed a lot of glow squid here. And then I'm just gonna take the same backup and I'm gonna run it in 117 so that we can just compare the rates of the farms and see what we're getting. And we'll see if this can even be rescued. All right, I gave it actually 2 hours, so let's see what the results are. And yeah, I can already see that the results are terrible. I think this is 10% of the gunpowder we should actually be getting if this was in 117. But I'm actually going to run the test in 117. I'm not going to be biased now. I think this is about half of what it should be. I'm gonna run the same test in 117 and we'll see how terrible it ended up being in 118. But I am very, very, very pessimistic right now. Alright, and I just did the exact same test in 117. I modified the world exactly the same. It's the same save. And yeah, the results are just absolutely spectacular. This was 700 in 118, and 117 is 5,500. Here it is 3,600 for the gunpowder. That was slime. Gunpowder 3,600. And in 118 we got 500. And the witch farms in 118, this was 3,000, and in 117, 6,000. So, what are the results? Well, the witch farm drops have been cut by half, so it's like losing one of the witch farms and running this in 117. And for the gunpowder and slime farms, I was expecting big losses, but it's still shocking how bad they are. Because the losses are, well, the slime almost lost. We're getting about 1/8 in 118 that we got in 117, and for gunpowder, we're getting about a 1/7. And the difference is because the slime farm has the spawning platform at the level of the lamps. So this is Y level, I think it should be 5. Yep, it's definitely 5. And if we look at the spawning platform for the creepers, the creeper spawning platform is 1 block higher. It's at block Y level 6. So that explains the difference between how much the spawning rates have changed, but it's just catastrophic. To be perfectly honest, I don't know what to do about this. I mean, I could still fix in 118 the whole spawning issue under here by either just pretending that I did upgrade to that snapshot that generated deep slate below everything. I would probably just fill it with commands because it would have the same effect. But I don't know if that's gonna help. I am a little bit lost. I might need to abandon this whole area. Unfortunately, I might need to make a new perimeter and restart the whole idea of a redstone factory. It's gonna be completely terrible with witch farms though. And the solution that everybody is suggesting, oh, why don't you just build a raid farm? Why don't you build a raid farm? I don't want to build a massive stacking raid farm because I think it's silly. I think we should have more than one farm that provides everything. It's gonna end up that every technical world is one raid farm, one piglin bartering setup, one portal based, gold farm, and then portal-based everything. Portal-based slime farm, portal-based gunpowder. No, you don't need gunpowder because you already get gunpowder from the raid farm. You get from the raid farm, you're getting sticks that you can use as fuel for your furnace arrays, so you don't even need that. And guardian farm in portals, gold farm in portals, piglin bartering, probably through portals because everything should be done through portals. And I think it's boring. I really think it's boring. I think witch farms are more interesting than... I have a raid farm. I deliberately made a very slow raid farm in this world because I wanted the raid farm to only provide me with totems and emeralds, nothing else. So I am a little bit lost. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna update to 118 just yet. I think that is my conclusion from the experiments here. This area is my favorite area. It's the area that I wanted to start working on a lot again. I definitely want to finish it. There isn't that much left to finish it, and it would be pretty awesome. I have a very, very good idea for how to do a central storage in here, which would definitely be even made easier by 118 and allowing us to dig below here, because right now we have bedrock down here, but in 118 we would have deep slate, so I could actually dig here and build the storage system slightly below because, well, I didn't plan perfectly, so it would help to be able to dig. In my plans before 118, I was actually thinking that I would need to blow up the bedrock here to fit my storage system. But now that the witch farm has been absolutely destroyed, now that all the farms down here, I can scale up the gunpowder farm, I can make it 8 times bigger. I can make the slime farm 8 times bigger, I guess. There are more slime chunks here, so just slap down a few more slime farms, it's gonna be fine. But with the witch farms nerfed, I actually don't know if I want to update to 118. You know what? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should I start a new perimeter, try to salvage this somehow, give up and just build a redstone factory around the raid farm, or start a new world maybe? Because I invested a lot here, but it would suck so much to try to build up this area just somewhere else in this map. I might actually rather just start a completely new world, and with the same idea, of course, because I like the auto crafting and the renewable sand. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm not updating to 118 just yet because of the catastrophic nerf to witch farms and how this whole area is broken. I am very disappointed. I am sad. I don't know what to do. Maybe you have a good idea. I think that will be it from me today. We did absolutely nothing. Well, we did research to find out that I don't know what to do. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope your 118 upgrade is slightly better than mine. Bye.